Okay, so I have a ton of bags to review, like 8 new ones came in. But in the meantime, while I'm testing those out, I wanted to take a second to show you some of my favorite everyday carry slash travel items that I bring with me that I consider or deem necessities when you're on the go or doing things out and about. So I'm not saying that I carry all these items all the time, but these are different ideas and variations of things that maybe you can use for like work or your daily commute, or if you're going down to the cafe, or if you're traveling for 3, 5, 7 days, whatever it may be. These are just some of the items that I use and find the most handy when I'm doing things. So we have a variety of things to talk about, and I've got a lot of them to get through. So let's just knock these out. I've never talked about anything like this before. These are new items. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna say. So if you're looking for a lot of detail and I lack giving that detail and you wanna know more about a specific item, or you want more photos or videos or anything like that, shoot me an email, odiematthewsbags@gmail.com, and I can answer more of those questions for you over there, or you can shoot it in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer it for you. Okay, so the first thing I wanna talk about is one of my favorites that when I get into the office, I'm really excited to use. This is the Bellroy Workfolio A5, right? Now I bought this and I didn't get the inserts for the actual, they make special like actual notebooks. So I ended up just going to Walmart and getting, this is, you can get anything that's like 8x5 will fit in there, right? And it's placed to hold notebook for notes, a place for your pins, and then actually you even have a place to put like smaller notebooks, passports. You can put boarding passes. This is great if you're in an office, you come in, you're like, you gotta take notes, you gotta bring documents with you, stuff like that. Pull this out, maybe you're traveling, you can fit an iPad mini in here. Have your boarding pass, you're sitting there, and it's like, oh, I'm about to board. Grab my boarding pass, I'll just quickly. I like it because, for one, it's made from great materials. I love Bellroy. I've got another one of their products out here. I've got one of their bags. Absolutely a giant fan of Bellroy. Very nice, hardcore materials that I think feel really nice and will definitely last a while. I haven't had much issues with the zipper either. I think that it works really, really well. And if you're looking for something to take notes in the office or something to just kind of travel with, I would highly, highly recommend this in that department. Speaking of notebooks, I also carry usually a variation of one of these two. I have two products from a company called Wayfinder, right? They reached out to me on Instagram and was like, hey, love your videos. We'll send you some stuff if you want to review. And honestly, I am quite a massive fan. They sent me this, which is like their passport and notebook holder. Can you see that? It's a little bright. Apologize for that. So it's like a little simple notebook that I found to be very, very, very useful. Just something that, like, this is my work desk right over here. So sometimes I'm taking notes if I don't have a sticky note, or if I don't, this is something I use for film. Jotting down quick notes in meetings and stuff. I haven't really got to use my big boy yet because I work from home right now until November, which sucks. But Wayfinder, this is, for one, it's like seamless. It's really, really, really great materials. They also have, and this is the other thing I wanted to talk about, this is their wallet. This is great. See that sleek, minimal design? This is great for the traveler on the go. Place to fit cards, as well as a place to fit bills. It also comes with, you can also get, this is like a anti-theft thing, kind of like an RFID pocket. This card keeps people from being able to steal any kind of information from you. So if you're traveling abroad, traveling overseas, and you're worried about theft or anyone stealing identities or anything like that, that's a really great card to have. It's actually something that I put in my bags now whenever I'm out and about, if it's not in my wallet. This can hold up to like 10 cards. I found it to keep its slim profile. I usually only carry like 2 or 3 at most, unless I'm out and about doing something that requires more. Like all of my fuel cards and like points cards and stuff usually just stay in my vehicle. And I'm not taking like my fuel points card to Japan, like that's not doing that. But this is actually a really killer wallet for minimal design. Wayfinder I really love both of these products that they did. Honestly, probably some of my favorite. The other wallet that I was rocking that I wanted to throw in here, this is the Bellroy Slim. Now this can hold a little bit more in terms of cards and everything, but I found that because it holds more, I was more tempted to put stuff in it, which made it actually not as thin and minimal. This one I found actually keeps its minimal shape a little bit better than the Bellroy, but still, if you're a fan of Bellroy, this isn't a bad one either. But the main one that I rock with now is this one from Apple. It's the new Apple one. Holds like a couple cards. You can hold up to 3. Usually, I just have my ID and my debit card, and that's it. And what I like about this is it fits on the back. My phone's connected to my camera, so I can't show you. Actually, I can't show you here. It fits on the back, right, like that. So easy peasy. And I know some people were like, oh, this isn't that great. I found it not to be a problem sticking it on. I found it to be really nice just to pull this off, swipe the card, and put it back in. I found that if I put 3 cards in here, it doesn't work as well. I like just keeping it to 2. But when I go to the grocery store, the gym, anything like that, I like just simply carrying this. Now, if I need to carry more cards, I use the Wayfinder wallet now. But I just want to recommend both these products. They sent these over for me to review. I couldn't do a whole episode on them because there's just not very much to talk about. But if you're seriously considering a small notebook or passport cover, that's what this also doubles as, or a nice new minimal wallet, I'll link them below. Definitely go check them out. I love these guys. Love what they're doing over there out of Oregon. Super nice of them to send that stuff over to me because I don't usually record stuff like that. But it gave me the idea to do this whole video. So appreciate that. Check them out. The next thing that I always travel with is a power bank. Now this one, there's a variety of power banks, right? There's tons. I'm not gonna tell you which brand to buy. I like the one from Exactly Life because it has wireless charging and it can charge my new iPhone up to 3 times. And yeah, it's a little thick and big, but I found that the Anchor ones and everything just didn't quite do it for me. This also has a spot where you can hook it on like a key loop or anything like that, so that is super handy. Power charger I feel is a must, not so much for my everyday, but whenever I'm flying or traveling, it's an absolute necessity for me to have some kind of power bank to charge items. Usually it's like my my little Pocket 2 that I film off of when I do a lot of my vlogging and stuff, because that will die. It doesn't stay, it doesn't stay I just kicked it. It doesn't stay charged for the entire time, so I'm usually plugging it in while it's in my bag while I'm moving to the next place to get a shot or anything. So power bank is a big one. I suggest the Exactly Life one. I think it's the most bang for your buck. That's me personally. You can get whichever one you desire. Okay, on to the next item. This is something that I carry with me, I think pretty much everywhere. These are called Bar D body wipes. They're on Amazon. You can get like a pack. I think it's like a pack of 12 for like 20 bucks. They're shower wipes, they're body wipes. If you're out hiking, if you're feeling like you're sweaty, maybe you gotta go somewhere right after the gym and you don't have time to shower. Maybe you're traveling and you're staying in a hostel and you're like, I don't know if I'll be able to shower. I know that's kind of gross, but at the same time, when I was in the military, this stuff was lifesavers. Like we used baby wipes a lot. Everyone was like, bring baby wipes, just wash your delicate areas. I invested in buying these and I was like one of the few people that was out there in the field or in the desert or in the hole or whatever, and I was just like wiping my whole body down. And I found them, it's not a replacement for a shower, but it is pretty good and they're cheap. These are biodegradable, alcohol-free, really, really solid. I always suggest carrying body wipes, even if they're just for your hands, for your body, delicate areas, whatever. Maybe you're tent camping for 5 days. These are great for cleaning like armpits, delicate areas, things like that to stay a little bit hygienic when you're out and about. I'll link these. These are my personal favorites. I'll link as much of this stuff as I can. I'm gonna link below. Okay, staying with that kind of thing, I always travel with a microfiber towel. This one's from Rainleaf. This was actually a gift from my mother-in-law. This one is super solid. It's very small, right? It's not super large, but this is plenty big for me to be able to, I'm not gonna be able to fold this back up. I always struggle. Hang on, let me focus really hard on doing this. I don't think I got that right. This is big enough that if I go to the gym and I need to rinse off maybe before I go somewhere, like I do sometimes when my wife goes to the gym with me, I'll finish my workout while she's going to do something else and I'll go quickly shower, because then she wants to go, or stop in somewhere. I don't know. Don't ask me. This isn't working. Anyways, I always travel with a microfiber towel when this is a necessity. This is an everyday item, whether I'm traveling or not. Microfiber towel, I feel, is good for sweat when I'm hiking. It's good for traveling. If you're staying in a hostel, if you're hostel jumping, you might not have a towel. This is something that I think is very useful. I prefer the smaller version just because I feel like it still works, but definitely an item that I think is worth taking with you. Why did they make this so hard? I'm on a time limit here. Let's go. Come on. All right, good enough. Okay, and on terms of like hiking necessities, This is, I asked on my Instagram for people to like any suggestions of everyday carry items, and my good friend Bo Ismono mentioned he carries a Swiss Army knife with him. Some other people said multi-tools and stuff like that. So I actually have something that combines both of these. This is just, it's a brand called Pohaku. I don't know, I got this off Amazon a while ago. This is like a multi-tool knife all in one. Has a nail file, has a knife, has like a can opener, fairly sharp, comes in a nice carrying case that can also be on your, you can put it on your belt if you want to. I don't know if you can see that very well, but this isn't that bad. Honestly, I found this to be pretty useful and pretty, which way? That way. There we go. Not bad. I honestly like it. Has a screwdriver attachment, all different kinds of stuff. It's not as good as like a Leatherman or anything, but this is also really, really cheap. It's like 20 bucks on Amazon. I take this with me pretty much everywhere when I'm hiking. Not to work. I don't need it at work most of the time at all. This isn't something I can travel with unless I'm traveling by car, but I find it to be very, very useful to have most days, honestly, because you never know when you might need a knife, when you might need pliers, especially when you're hiking, if you're setting up paracord and stuff. Paracord's a necessity for me when I hike. I didn't put it in this list, but whenever I hike, I always have some kind of rope or paracord to make any kind of, you know, modifications to the tent or anything like that. This is a handy dandy tool. It's a handy dandy tool for people on a budget, right? If you're like, well, I go hiking and I go camping, not all the time, but like sometimes you're like, I don't want to invest hundreds of dollars in camp equipment, then this is really good. If you go all the time, you might want to invest in something a little bit higher quality, a little bit better, but overall, for the price and the bang for your buck, I found this to be a pretty good tool. Pretty good tool. That sounds weird every time I say it. Here's a fun one, chapstick. I always carry chapstick with me everywhere I go. I have chapstick everywhere. I don't know, chapsticks is a pretty good everyday carry item for me. Let's talk on the lines of like tools and stuff, utensils. I've got two different utensils here. This is called Final Straw. It's a little collapsible metal straw with silicone on the inside. This keychain goes on places. You can go, that's what keychains do, they go on places. This is pretty cool. I like to have a straw with me for a variety of reasons. One, I'm not a big fan of using plastic straws, just don't really like it. I think it's bad for the environment. I work for an environmental company. It's hypocritical for me to sit here and say plastic is good. But also it's just handy. I know it's clean. It's mine also. But also, this is called bamboo wear or bamboo to go wear. I'll link it. I got it off Amazon. It's like 10 bucks, maybe 15. And it comes with a variety of utensils. You have bamboo is especially easy to clean, right? So this is my travel utensils. It's bamboo essentials. It comes with a fork, a knife that's actually serrated. That's insane. A little spoon. You're not going to be able to get like soup out of that, but it is kind of a nice spoon. Chopsticks, pretty good chopsticks too. And then a bamboo straw, right? Look at that. Bamboo straw. Can you see through that? Can you see me through that? I don't know if it's going to focus on it. And then a little thing to clean your bamboo straw, right? So this, right, utensils are a must for me. I don't know what it is about when I go out places, but if I'm going to like, let's say I'm going to go like down to like Chipotle, right? Or when this world wasn't in a pandemic and you could actually go eat out places, which you still can, but you know, you didn't have to worry about everything when you were. You know, I like to bring my own silverware places for the most part. It's just something I've always done. Not necessarily if I go to like a sit down fancy restaurant, but when I'm traveling in the airport, when I get to where I'm going, it's just something that I like to always have with me. You never know when you might need a fork or a spoon. If you're somebody that works out where you're not in an office area, if you're not able, you have to pack your lunch and kind of eat on the go. This was a must for me when I was driving trucks, when I was in the military, things like that. You never know when you might need a knife or a fork or a spoon or a nice bamboo straw. So personally, both these items, I either carry one or the other. If I know I just need a straw, or if I might be bringing silverware, both super, super, super solid. Oh, back on the notebooks, I forgot to mention these. This is the Wandrd notebook. This is my full-size notebook that I use for a lot of things. I like this. Wandrd makes them in 2 colors, and they have this kind of page where there's no lines. I don't know if you can see that. There's no lines on it. You can create your own lines. So you can sketch in these, you can write in these, grocery list in these. I've been using these to monitor my workouts and my diet for gym and staying healthy and stuff. I like the Wandrd notebook, but here is the bread and butter of my travel necessities. This is called the Wandrd Travel Journal. Can you see? Boom, right? This has everything. I'm gonna take a minute and talk about this because I really like this. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. For one, it comes with a world map. I have not filled mine in yet. You can fill in where you've been in the world, which is incredibly dope in my opinion. But it has anything from like a 3-day trip to a weekend trip to a long trip, and you can kind of, what you can do is you can do all the stuff. It's like it has like checklists, has packing lists, right? Toothbrush, toothpaste, conditioner, glasses, contacts, you know, clothing. Did you bring your jacket, your long sleeve, stuff like that? And then it has a spot on each one of these. I think you can get like 4 or 5 trips for the long, medium, and short. It's like 4 or 5 for each. It has your itinerary, right? So you're like day 1. You know, like I'm planning a big trip when this pandemic is over to Iceland. It's like a 5-day, 4-night trip with my wife and a buddy. You know, I'm planning, we're doing like a self-driving tour, right? So like day 1, I know when I go, I'll be filling it in. It's like day 1, you know, flights, land, pick up car. Day 2, we're going to this place, this place, this place. You know, you can put all your reservation information. There's a spot in here for every trip for like booking numbers, reservations, confirmation numbers, contact information for the hotels, for the rental car, anything like that. They literally thought of everything. And if you're someone that travels a lot but needs better organization, this book 100% for you. Okay, the last like miscellaneous thing that I have, a hero clip, right? I got this one off of Amazon. This is a regular hero clip. This is the thing that you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with, right? I like these a lot. Again, I go back to hiking when you gotta hang something up. Good for travel when you're in the hotel room, you wanna hang something up. I like to hang my bag up, especially if the weight can handle it, like if it's on a clothing rack, you know, hang the bag up and have full access. If you have a toiletry kit that doesn't come with the ability to hang it up, or maybe a tech kit or anything like that, and you wanna hang it in your hostel, in your hotel, things like that, I found hero clips to be honestly a lifesaver. This one's amazing. It's the only one I have, it's the only one I need. Found these to be super convenient for literally all walks of life. I mean, no matter what you're doing, if you're hanging something up or might need to clip something together, this could be beneficial in some way or another. Plus, it's just great for hooking stuff onto your bag if you needed to, like maybe a light, things like that. I'm just playing with it at this point just because it's kind of fun. Big fan of the hero clip. Okay, and lastly, I just want to talk about some of the stuff I carry for tech. I'm not a big tech person. I don't carry a lot of tech gear. I don't carry a lot of tech equipment, but some things that I do carry are a roost stand. This is the thing that you can put your laptop on, and it kind of like, so you're not like leaning over, it like brings everything up to eye level, so you know you don't have to strain your neck, keep your posture right, because posture is important. I got the neck stand, right? I skimped because I haven't needed to get the real one. If you have them, if you can afford it, get the actual roost stand. It's better quality by a long shot. If you're on a budget like I was, the neck stand is a good alternative option. Just be warned, it doesn't fit all laptop sizes, but I found that to be very handy whenever I'm working on the go, and it pairs really nicely. I use the Apple, I think I'm missing a battery. I must have taken one out, or my wife took one out. I use the Magic Keyboard and the new Magic Mouse. I got a Magic Mouse off of like the Facebook Marketplace for like 30 bucks. Right, if you're someone that's like wants one of these, look on marketplaces for some of this stuff too. Not like companies like Wandrd go support, right? Companies like Bellroy, Wayfinder go support, but like if you're looking for like an Apple product, like go on marketplace. No one's gonna just go on marketplace. You know what I mean? Just what I'm saying. These are both great. I love the Magic Mouse. It gets a lot of hate. People don't like the Magic Mouse. I love it when I'm editing videos and doing stuff on the go. My work computer is not my Mac. My work computer is like a ThinkPad. Right, so I don't get to use it for that, but when I'm doing personal stuff, working on photography, editing photos, editing videos, this setup is really, really nice. So that's my tech. Then I have 3 pairs of headphones that I choose from, depending on what I'm doing. Right, I have my Sennheiser PXC 550 noise canceling over-the-ear headphones. These are phenomenal when I'm editing videos. Throw these things on, link them to my computer. I lost the cable that plugs it in hardwired, but there's no Bluetooth lag. I've noticed these are great when I'm editing or just around the house, listening to music, listening to podcasts while I'm cooking. These are literally the best over-the-ear headphones. I've had them for well over a year, probably close to 2 at this point. I had them before I started my channel, I know that. And they have not failed me. They are absolutely incredible. 100% worth it if you're looking for a good over-the-ear headphone. And the other 2 I have a pair of Powerbeats Pros that I got instead of AirPod Pros back in the day because I was like, oh, these go over my ear, they're great for the gym. But I ended up going with AirPod Pros as well because the Powerbeats Pros box, I mean, look at the difference in those, right? They're just, but these are missing. They're missing. I can't show these to you. I'm pretty sure my wife took them to the gym and she's notorious for not putting things back in the box. But AirPod Pros, got like a little like $3 case off Amazon with a key clip, right? Clip it in my bag, pull these out, do these things. These are my lifesaver right now. The AirPod Pros, I get why people like them. Conference calls for my work, phone calls, gym. I use these pretty much for everything. I don't use my Powerbeats Pros very much anymore. But I wanted to throw them in here just in case you were interested. They are really, really good. I like them, but these are just better for everything that I need. I like the noise cancellation. I like the versatility of these. But these 3 headphones, honestly, pretty phenomenal. And the last thing I'm gonna mention, just for the heck of it, I keep my hard drive like Velcro stripped to my computer. This is just a, I don't know, my mom got me this hard drive for Christmas. I don't know what it's called. It's HD Elements, right? Just like a 2 terabyte hard drive. That's just a little trick. This is not like an everyday carry item. This is just a trick. If you're someone that needs to work with your hard drive, but you're on the move, Velcro it, and then you can just Velcro it off, right? This is like the little command strips is what I used. Just a little something. Okay, and that's pretty much it, right? These are like my small, either everyday carry or travel items. There's not a lot. I don't travel or carry that much. Majority of my tech gear is based around my camera or my film equipment, and then everything else is just kind of little like charging bricks and power cables and stuff. But for work and everyday carry, some of these items, especially like my bamboo silverware and my notebooks and my wallets that I use, all pretty solid, all great, all something that I definitely want to carry with pretty much at all times. So, like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just let me know, comments below, or shoot me an email. That is gonna do it for this. I don't have anything else to say about any of this stuff. I would love more suggestions. I can do a part 2 if you guys want more like travel necessity or just travel items. Anything like that, just let me know. Always down to make videos based around accessories and tips and tricks. You can follow me. You can support my Patreon if you want to. There's giveaways, bonus content, voting on topics, videos first, discussions. Everything goes through my Patreon first. I love my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so very much for supporting through Patreon. If you want to chuck in $1, any amount you give, you unlock everything. There is no tier list. $1, $25, $1 million, you get everything, right? It's just my way of saying thank you by doing giveaways for them every month instead of the milestone giveaways that I do on the channel. I can't think of anything else. So again, thank you guys for all the love and support. Leave a like, subscribe if you want to. And I will see you next time.